I just read the new Kagurabachi chapter. And you know what, Chihiro? I get it. I need him to slice up every single member of that organization, and I need him to take Sojo down. I need him to make Sojo suffer, because after what happened in this chapter, that's all I need to see now. Alright, let me actually talk about what happened here. So, we continue on from last week's chapter. Chihiro is still fighting against Sojo. So he's using Nishiki, which is cloaking. It imbues every punch, every kick with high density spirit energy. And as we can see here, Chihiro can barely hold himself together. He's incredibly wounded. As Chihiro tries to make his move, Sojo starts wondering about his enchanted blade, or the one he has. Of course, now he's realizing that obviously it'll take more than a week to master it. And then he starts to remember what Chihiro's answer was to his question before, and he responds by saying, "To protect the weak, huh? So that's why you're protecting that kid? What boring altruistic garbage." Then, for a quick panel, we see Char and Hinao, just trying to get away from the fight. Then, as we move back to Sojo, he starts talking about altruism, and he says nothing could be more inappropriate to Rukahita's weapons of mass destruction. And that pisses off Chihiro. He ends up yelling out, "Don't you dare talk about my father!" Then they proceed to fight, and I gotta say, a lot of the paneling and the art for this fight is amazing. Like, a few pages down, we see both of them trying to strike each other with their blades, and Chihiro's neck is nearly cut, while Sojo nearly gets his eye cut off. But both manage to dodge the attack. But it's here when things get really insane, and I didn't think about this either. Sojo actually had help from other people, which is kind of crazy to me because he immediately rushed in to go after Chihiro. I never imagined he would have had people help him in any way. But then, following that, as quite a few of us predicted, Shiba and Azami's organization that he works with shows up to try to take down Sojo themselves. And that's where we see Shiba try to join in the fight too to help Chihiro, but Azami tells him not to do that because if he moves, Sojo moves, so it's a very dangerous situation. And I can't even be hyped for Shiba because what happens in the next panel really catches me off guard. We see Chihiro just rush into the car and he kills the guy in the back seat. But as he tries to reach for Char's leg, he realizes it's just that, it's her leg. It had been completely sliced off. Are you serious? And that's when we see an extremely pissed off Chihiro, and he's desperately trying to find answers about where Char is. The guy only responds by saying that he was just following orders, but that's when Chihiro wants to know where Hino is, but the guy just laughs. But we can see in the next panel that clearly she's been hurt. That's when Chihiro notices the burning car, and as he tries to walk, he just starts to collapse, but luckily Shiba's there to help him. But then in the next page, oh my god. What we see here is we see Char, and she is crying, as she tries to regenerate her legs. Meanwhile, the goons in the back are just finding it creepy and they're just laughing about it. And that's when Sojo reappears back in the car. And before I even get to Sojo, I need to talk about Char because, oh my god, this girl has suffered so much. We're only in chapter 10. And for like half of the series, already, it's just been nothing but hell for this girl. Like, god damn. I didn't even think about the possibility of her being able to regenerate her legs, her limbs, anything like that. Remember, her mother died. So if Char is able to regenerate any of her limbs, that means that her mother must have had insane regenerative abilities. So that woman must have went through the worst torture imaginable. She must have been trying to heal up every wound she was dealing with in that hell when she was captured with Char. And obviously it wasn't enough because at the end of it she died. So who even knows if her corpse is even worth anything to them, or whether her clan or family or whatever has value when they're alive and not dead. Because we know they're just after Char now. But my god, the hell that Char would go through if they actually managed to just experiment on her and try to figure out how exactly her abilities work. Like, she just got her limbs cut off. I can only imagine what type of hell she would have to go through once she's actually being tested on. Jeez, man. This poor girl. Yeah, Chihiro, I get it. I get your rage, and it's justifiable. I need you to get all of them. Let them know what true hell looks like. And just look at Chihiro's face here in the final page. This man wants blood. He says, "I will cut Sojo down." And now I really want to see that happen. But one other interesting thing in the final page that I should bring up is that Sojo now knows that Chihiro is the son of Rokuhira, the man he admires. So now he's taken a greater interest in Chihiro, which he says, we need to talk more. And that's how it ends. Sojo has an interest in Chihiro, and Chihiro wants to take Sojo down. Like, what a chapter. I did not expect this to go the way it would go down at all. Like, I saw Shiba and Azami coming. Like, it's obvious that they would show up and, like, try to help. But I didn't expect him to get Char, and I sure as hell didn't expect him to cut off her legs. Like, that really caught me off guard. But now this makes the auction even more interesting, because not only does he need to get the blades back, but he needs to get Char again. So, at this current moment, we have the Kumanabi assembled together. They're with Chihiro, and Sojo left with his group, and the auction's coming up. So now the Kumanabi and Chihiro clearly need to strategize for what they're going to do with the auction, because Sojo has the blades, he has the girl, and now they need to find a way to get both of them back. So now we're looking at a potential massive clash between the Kumanabi, Chihiro, Sojo, and his group, going all out at the auction. This really has the potential to be one hell of an arc. I did say I wanted some good build up to it, and man, did we sure as hell get one. Now I really look forward to seeing what Chihiro's going to do next. I'm pretty sure he's not even going to want to cooperate with the Kumanabi. Hell, I don't even think Shiba wants to, but they probably wouldn't have a choice. They clearly need to plan something out. So it'll be really interesting to see how that goes down. So now I want to hear your thoughts. What did you think about the chapter? What do you think is going to happen next? Because honestly, this can go quite a few different ways. And how do you feel things are going to go down to the auction? Because clearly it's going to be insane. I'll try to respond to everyone as best as I can. But yeah, that'll do it for me for now. Here's looking forward to the next chapter. And here's hoping we don't see Char suffer too much after this, because I think seeing her leg sliced off was enough for me. Anyways, that'll do it for me for now. Peace out, take care, and here's looking forward to the next chapter.